Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Alyswoof Plays Red Alarm Germany. I have some unfortunate news for you. As you can see, things are looking a little different. I have lost 11 minutes of footage. Turns out my recording software crashed right as after clicking the stop recording button. And it crashed, so it corrupted that file, and I've spent a couple hours now trying to repair it, to no avail. That footage is gone forever. I will give a brief summary of events. Honestly, it's been a while, so I've forgotten. So excuse me if I've covered this, if this happened in the episode prior. But essentially, what's happened is we were able to defeat the Nazi regime upon conquering Berlin. It was discovered that Hitler was dead and Heinrich Himmler had taken over the Fascist Party of Germany, and we just kept pushing and pushing. Essentially, our forces arraigned right here, as I recall, were able to finally overwhelm through sheer grit and determination. I have decided, going forward, that because it's despawned our forces, and we decided to imprison all of the fascist leadership instead of kill them. We are a democracy after all. And while they are traitors to the fatherland, they may still yet serve the fatherland to prove their loyalty in time. That said, I have decided to eventually, not this recording, but next recording, to create a permanent military unit to replace our Volker that were led by General Wilhelm List, because they served us so gallantly. Essentially, everything from in southern Germany was theirs to handle, and then here in essentially Saxony, they handled all of that by themselves as well, considering the fact that there were 21 divisions of those. There were originally 24, we lost some. 21 divisions of those, and they were all at a strength of 3 battalions. In comparison, we had 23 divisions of these, and their military strength was 10 battalions. The Volker, the Free Corps, did well. I will plan on recreating those forces as the next army that comes out. They're currently training the first half of it, and we are actually going to take 3 of these and go ahead and put them under General List once more, wherever he's at. There he is. General Wilhelm List. Kaboom. They're going to keep the Teal Shield, and I will be renaming them. I do not know what I will be renaming them yet, but I do plan on eventually, because I do have research currently ongoing for Marines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the Volker infantry units with Marine units, so that the it's essentially like the Volksgrenadier kind of concept that the actual Germans had, where they were supposed to be like this elite force. That's going to be our Volkers. They're going to be an elite force. And then the infantry that will be under List will be transferred into the 3rd Landmacht. So yeah, that's where we're at. The Civil War's over. I'm so sorry that you had to miss it. It was pretty sweet, to be honest with you. That said, we're moving Rommel's forces to the border of France, because we're very concerned with this whole communist thing going on in France and Iberia. So go ahead and unpause it, bump our speed back up to 3. Meanwhile, General List, his soldiers are going to enjoy a little R&R here. Oh no! The German passenger airship Hindenburg was destroyed today while attempting to dock at the Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. For reasons not yet determined, the airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground, claiming 35 lives. Due to the scarcity and expense of helium and the U.S. ban on exporting it, the Hindenburg, like all German passenger airships, was ultimately engineered to use hydrogen, which provides greater lift, but is also flammable. With public faith shaken by this disaster and the rise of much faster passenger aircraft, this could spell the end of the era of airships. Oh, the humanity! 35 German souls lost. That is a shame. They got to live to see their homes freed, and that's about it. Such a shame. Such a terrible, terrible loss of life. We're gonna have 25 of these dedicated to just transport stuff. Which is funny because we don't have any being built currently. But that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So, yeah, I'm so sorry we lost that footage. Honestly, it was probably one of my greatest episodes yet. I did like 4 or 5 like 2-minute monologues due to events that popped up. It was honestly, I think it was one of my best. But sadly, oh shit. Cool. But sadly, it was not meant to be. Just terrible. It was the worst. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyways, we have now opposed Hitler. It is time to secure the new state. In light of the civil war that formed it, the provisional government lacks strength. We must ensure that it is secured and cannot be easily toppled. I don't know if that actually said toppled. I said the word toppled. That's what we're going to roll with. Meanwhile, we're still working on the Schernhurst class ships. Taking forever. Let's see how beat up our navies are. Ouch. Only 4 U-boats left. The U-7 sunk 1 enemy ship and assisted another. The U-8 sunk 1 enemy ship and assisted in 2 others. The U-12 sunk 2 enemy ships and assisted in 1 other. And the U-13 sunk 0 enemy ships and assisted 1. Meanwhile, in the surviving Kriegsmarine, the Schleswig-Holstein sunk 3 enemy ships and assisted in 3. The Nuremberg sunk 2, assisted 2. The Leipzig sunk 1, assisted 3. The Königsberg sunk 3, assisted 0. And the Merwe was able to sink 3 and assist 2. Damn. Seasoned Schleswig-Holsteiners. Well done, gentlemen, well done. We're going to set this to be in Berlin. Attach it there. Those are big deficits. Support equipment and infantry equipment. Speaking of infantry equipment, research is a little late, but whatever. It's currently February of 1938. Okay. No dice there. It's about time we start going down that path. Usually it's a path I run down earlier, but like I said, I wanted to kind of deal with this. Since we imprisoned the fascist government, the fascists are not gone, they are not dead. However, I'm very tempted to do anti-fascist raids to limit their position in the government. I'm leaving the name on this until I can get honestly, a translator. I know Volker is a word, but I kind of want to do something like a Volker Corps or something like that. Like, so we'll see. I don't want to do Volksgrenadiers, but maybe Volksjäger. Well, it's probably the people hunters. Not sure that's a really good one. But yeah, I kind of want to do a proper name scheme for those guys. God, Rommel did so well. Rommel did really good. I'm proud of his efforts. August von Mackinson, I'm very happy for what you did for us. It's honestly that plus 20% on core that helped. Because otherwise it was pretty much tied until we were able to get Erwin Rommel's army back up to full strength.